18 years ago, the plains of woe, south of Mount Sunrise and Mount Sunset, in the Mugra battle pit.
Mugra clan, hear my words. I am Varfu. You know my voice, and you've heard the song of my axe. I stand and accuse Yomesh of betraying the Mugra clan. Death! Death! Death!
Whoa, steady on there. Hey guys, name's Denwolf of New York. Maybe you've heard of me. I just came to study your fascinating clan. And, oh my, that is a big axe.
Food does not speak. Food speaks only when its fat sizzles on the fire.
Rah! Listen to me, Mugra clan. I am Yamesh, and on the plain none rages with hotter blood than I. None splits the skulls of our enemy more than I. My child Nargash grows fast and strong. I am Yamesh, and I would speak. Farfu claims I have betrayed the clan for allowing Denwolf to live, but his life is mine to give or take. His blood is mine to spill. Any who would harm him will taste my spear.
I am Tovar, necromancer of Mugra, and I would like to speak. Has anyone seen Mr. Clicks? My skeletal wyvern. He was by the feeding hut, and now I can't find him. Oh no? Oh, is this a bad time? Oh, okay.
Enough! Food dies now. Wait, where is he? Where is the human?
He's gone?
Yes, sneak skill wins again. I'm going to miss you, Yamesh. I hope I left you something to remember me by. Ah well, I hear the Masquerade is a fun place to visit. It's not like I'll ever be seeing the Mugra clan again. Maybe even further north? I hear Baba Yaga has a walking hut. That would be something to see.
Chafing Armor Podcast, episode 106. Raiders of the Lost Underdark. Welcome back to the Chafing Armor Podcast. I'm your host and lovable Dungeon Master, Michael Corley. And with me tonight is James. James, tell everyone who you will be playing.
Hello, everyone. I am James. I am playing Penton Chalice, Sorcerer, Spell Scale, or even a Spell Scale Sorcerer, whichever you like.
However you like it. If you haven't seen the wonderful portraits of the characters, you need to check out the cool interpretation that has been done for our lovely Spell Scale Sorcerer.
He's so pretty.
So good. And also with us tonight, who has just finished recordings, I keep saying that, who's just finished dungeon mastering her own campaign, is Izzy. Izzy, tell everyone who you will be playing.
Hi everyone, my name's Izzy, and I'm playing Merezi Mugra, half-orc barbarian, daughter of Yamesh and Denwolf. Accidental child, I might say.
A unexpected baby. And speaking of which, we have a special guest tonight. Our special guest is Rebecca. Rebecca, tell us who you will be playing.
I will be playing Demwolf. I am a human, and I am a rogue ranger.
That is correct. And Rebecca, you are a rogue ranger, your character. Your character is also a mix of an anthropologist and an archaeologist.
Yes.
And I might have pulled you into this craziness because you are an actual archaeologist. Is that correct?
Yes, it is. Yes.
Just very quickly for the audience, tell one of the digs that you've been on.
One of my most recent digs is I work for the Alaska State Park System, and essentially what we were doing was just making sure we had come across some village with some human remains, and we were making sure that there wasn't anything historically sensitive, and that area that I was digging at is probably gravel to this day, because that's a lot of what we do is making sure that we're not just not destroying anything of historical significance. So it was it was a wonderful experience because of the culture. Just as an anthropologist and archaeologist, it was mind-blowing.
I absolutely love everything to do with archaeology, and not just like everyone else who was a child of the 80s because of Indiana Jones, as James and I can attest to, as well as yourself. But it was just too good to resist to not pull you in to play this character who is an archaeologist as well. So thank you so much for taking the time tonight.
It is my pleasure. Thank you.
So we open on the just edges of the Frostspear Mountains. The Frostspear Mountains are in the far, far north on the way to Timberspire. The party has been traveling by way of Chicken Hut for several weeks now. You've encountered magma bears. You've rescued Denwolf, who had fallen into a pit in the center of a strange explosion of a magical nature. You had encountered Baba Yaga, where Denwolf, you had enjoyed some delicious scones. Now, what the players didn't know is that you had noticed under that plate of scones, it was like a little serving tray, was actually an ancient map of a kind. And so you had stuffed your face with those scones to reveal the map, and then done a quick rubbing while all the craziness was going on outside. You are now standing outside the Chicken Hut. It is freezing cold. As someone who's probably been in Alaska, what would be the kind of things you would be wearing to keep yourself warm on this freezing cold night?
On this freezing cold night, how freezing is it?
I would probably, in our parlance, in American speak, as Lee might say, it's probably about 10 below zero.
Ooh, 10 below zero. All right. So yeah, you'd be wearing your the underwear that goes underneath, your overalls. Probably some Carhartts would be good. You got your hat on. Then you've got the warm coat with the fuzzy hood, and that's going to go up over you. You got your boots on, and then you got little packets of hot hand warmers in your pockets. I mean, really, just the same as everybody else. We just, after a while, you get numb, you get used to it, So
basically, Han Solo, when they were...
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I just lost my nerd cred, because the name of that...
No.
That, can you believe
Hoth?
that, James? Of Hoth? I forgot Hoth for a moment.
Oh.
You didn't remember Hoth, and I did. I've seen those movies like half a time.
Just pack
Exactly.
your things and go.
Yes, exactly. I have lost my nerd cred. If I have one nerddom, it's probably Star Wars, and for Hoth to go out of my head. But so imagine everyone with you've got the fuzzy cap pulled over, and you're outside because you're waiting for the moonlight to be just right. This little etching that you've done, you're arranging it just so. And I'd like you to make a roll for me, decipher script, and add your bonus for that.
Yeah, 0.5.
29. Oh yeah, I don't know why it says 0.5 on there. I
don't either, but I was going to go with it.
Ignore the 0.5. Ignore the 0.5. But 29 is very good, and as the moonlight raises, you know that certain things can only be deciphered at night, even though this isn't the original. That's just how this magic works. And you can now see clearly that there is an ancient temple near here.
Oh yeah, there is.
That you absolutely need to get to, and we'll get to you in just a second. I want to go to Penton. Penton, of course, you are outside right now, and as I've said before, you are, of course, freezing to death, right, with this minus 10 degree weather.
Oh yeah, I'm really wearing my robe and sandals really tightly.
And just real quickly for the listeners, why is it that you are not freezing to death?
I've got this thing called, what is it called? Voluntary poverty, which gives me kind of a connection with my god, who kind of gives me some bonuses for giving up all the worldly possessions that anybody would ever want. So currently in his state, he is pretty much immune to regular weather at this point.
Mm-hmm. Which is very good, because it's super cold outside. You are meditating, as you do from time to time,
Sure.
Particularly on Bahamut. And as has happened before, you find yourself slipping into that field, that infinite field, where you see Bahamut locked in combat with a skeletal dragon. And as before, they're shoulder to shoulder like wrestlers, like Grecian warrior wrestlers, just slowly getting against each other. But this is the first time you actually see Bahamut falter. He actually goes down to one knee for a moment, and the ground shakes across. And you hear a voice speak to you, low and soft, and not panic, not fear, but urgency. Urgency comes across to you.
Okay.
And it says,
"There are answers in the temple. Time is running short."
and then it rises back up and shoves the skeletal dragon back with a roar. And your vision comes back, and you have regained all of your spells and abilities for today. But with you actually feel kind of like a burning sensation on your forehead where that scratch where the bronze dragon had given you his mark just kind of burns a little bit in you as you sit up with a start. And you can see off in the distance Dinwolf as he's walking off towards the mountains off in the distance.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. You sure it's not Voldemort?
No, it's actually Voldemort. You're right.
Okay. That's making my scar burn.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I didn't try too hard on that one.
It's all right. It's canon. It happens.
That's right. That's the rule.
So he's just wandering off on his own again.
I know.
I suppose I'll chase him down.
Okay. You chase after. Morezi, you have been asleep in the hut, and you wake up with the echoes of what we did at the beginning of this adventure in your head. You, of course, were just a thought in your mother's mind at the point, as they say, a gleam in your mother's eye. But you hear the screams from the Mugra clan. You see your mother defending Dinwolf, and then Dinwolf leaving as you awake, and you turn to look where he would be, and his sleeping pack is empty. And Pinton is also not in the chicken hut.
Jesus! Or, no, Morezi wouldn't really say that, would she?
No, I know what she would say.
Oh, Grumsh!
There you
Again, God!
Morezi leaves the chicken hut and is going to roll a spot check. That's a 4.
It.
You look outside and you cannot see anyone. All you can see, even with a 4 spot check, there's snow on the ground, and it hasn't snowed in the last 24 hours. You can see the tracks leading off into the woods towards the mountains, which you are nearly at the base of. It's kind of rocky here, and then the pine trees start rising up.
All right. I suppose Morezi would definitely follow that. Probably bundle up, make sure that Aki is sleeping soundly in the slightly less freezing hut, and is going to follow the tracks.
Yes.
Penton! Denwolf! Penton!
And certainly, Penton, you hear her first, as Morezi is not quiet.
No.
As she calls out from behind you, and ahead, Dinwolf, you find already there are remnants of an old civilization here. Now I'm not. Now, one of your favorite things. Now, I'm not talking about like a ruined temple or something like that, but really the more subtle things that you find sometimes, like bits of pottery and a broken piece of weapon. Just hints that this isn't just like something cast aside. That there was like some kind of community here.
Yes, indeed.
At one time, and I would like you to make another roll for me. That would be a local knowledge check.
21.5.
121.5. I'm
On your
so gonna
radio
hear it
dial.
for that 0.5.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I know when I've done goofed. So this is the weird thing that you find when you're looking through these. Several of these weapons are consistent with seafarers. And as you well know, the nearest ocean or sea is the Sand Swallow Sea, which is more than a month's travel in a straight line. It's very, very far from here. So it's very strange that there's like a broken cutlass and there's like maybe a part of a harpoon.
Right.
It's odd, and it doesn't fit with what you would be expecting to find here.
Right.
And Pinton, that is when you finally come through the clearing in the woods, and you can see Dinwolf leaning over these items in the moonlight.
Okay. If I'm getting to the edge of like my mental connection to Audrey 3, I would just kind of like hint for her to like come along rather than be way out of range.
Okay.
Just so we don't lose track of her too.
Yeah. And the rest of the party actually sleeps on because, as we have said, that when she's walking normally, the rocking is extremely minor, and so they just sleep on.
Gentle rocking and sleep.
It's like sleeping on a train. It's so soothing. As you do reach that edge of your connection with her, and you actually hear Aki. I always say that you hear Afiel calling from above, just checking on you and making sure you're okay.
Okay.
And y'all can, of course, as we've said, now talk to each other.
Right. Excuse me, Denwolf, why are you wandering off again?
Oh, I am finding these amazing pieces of artifacts. They are right here. Look at these. They should not be here at this place. I need to take a look at them further. And I sit down and I start digging into my pocket, and I pull out a field book and I open it up, and I've got my pencil, and I start writing down everything that I'm seeing, exactly where it's at.
It's a really interesting stick.
Ah, that is not a stick. Ha! That is something much more important than a stick.
A big stick? A big stick? I don't know what's important about sticks.
I will tell you later whenever I think you're ready
Make
to
fire,
hear.
I guess.
When I think you're ready to hear, I will tell you.
Oh, I see. Well, I mean, do what you're doing. Just don't wander off like that without telling anybody. We don't want to find you in another hole or something.
That would be bad. I've tried to learn my lesson. I hear what you say.
Or in another
Do
war.
you, though?
And Morezi, you're just coming through the clearing now. You can see Penson kind of trying to coax Dinwolf away from this, impromptu archaeological dig. He has got half of a harpoon that he's holding in his hand and in one hand and trying to scribble with another as you come through the clearing.
So, what's going on? Why can we please go back? I'm very cold.
Oh, this is much more important than cold. You must try to stay warm. Jump up and down. Run around. Do something. I have to stay here. I must take care of this.
And Dinwolf, you are holding on to the harpoon, and Penton, you are leaning over looking at Dinwolf holding onto the harpoon.
Right.
Morezi, you are walking in, watching Penton, watching Dinwolf holding onto the harpoon. And then the other end of the harpoon comes out of the ground as the skeletal hand of a zombie comes out and attacks. And since this is the Dungeon Master, the zombie rolls a 9. Dinwolf, what is your armor class?
15.
15. So even with its bonuses, it does not get a strike on you. It swipes at your chest, but your leather armor is able to turn back the other hand as it is pulling itself off. It also yanks the harpoon from your hand. And it comes out of the frozen ground. The ground cracks as it comes out. This ground is completely frozen. And also one other zombie cracks out of the ground. And guys, here's the thing. They're pirate zombies.
Oh boy, pirates again.
And they say, "Arr," and I need everyone to roll for initiative.
Their favorite letter of the alphabet.
It is. Dinwolf, what did you roll with your bonus?
2.75. No.
Oh my god.
I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. 7.
7, okay. And Pinson?
10.
And a 10 for Pinson. And Marezi?
Dirty 20.
What?
It's a 20.
Oh,
I did a 20 roll.
A dirty 20, sorry. I thought you said 320 for a second, and I was like, is that a weird 420 reference that I'm not
I
getting?
thought she 30-20, and I'm like, I gotta get on the internet and see what that is right now. I don't know.
It's where you smoke 1/3 of a weed.
There you go.
All
there
right.
you go. Yes, and quite legal now in Oklahoma. But so you get to be first. Both of the zombies come out. One is directly through, is gnashing its teeth right in the face of Dinwolf, and the other one is kind of coming up near a tree, and it's picking up the broken cutlass. It actually has like a tattered remnants of a what you might think of as a pirate's captain's uniform. The one that has the harpoon has like the classic, rag pulled over it, and the one eye patch, which of course both of its eyes are rotten and glowing a baleful blue glow.
Oh, that.
No.
And Marezi, I want you to tell me what you're going to do.
God, I thought we were done with the blue stuff.
I roll a. I was about to say, wow, an 11, so bad, but then I remembered my base attack bonus was 7, so 18.
That will hit.
And then for my second attack, also on the zombie, is like a lot. Whatever 17 plus 7 is, I'm very tired. I assume those both hit. So that's a 8 points of damage plus 10 points of damage with my halberd. 2 big fat swoops.
And
cool.
Are you attacking the one that's threatening Dinwolf, the one with the eye patch, or are you threatening the captain? All right, going after the captain.
Probably the one with the eye patch. Whoever has the bluest eyes.
I mean, they're both pretty blue. He only has one eye, but they're both glowing blue. But you come forward,
eye patch man.
And just as this zombie is like snapping at your face, Dinwolf, you just see this halberd just sing through the air, and you have a flashback to when your encounter with a young orc many years ago would use her spear. And just fring, fring, and suddenly one of the zombie's arms clumps to the ground and begins wiggling furiously. And it says, "Yarr!" And Penton, it is your turn.
All right. Are they both basically right by us?
Yes, they are very, very
Okay.
close to each other. Or one's a little further back. Oh, I do want to say one thing, Marezi. You do feel like that pulsing in your armband, almost as if these zombies are not regular zombies and maybe have certain resistances that utterly fail against your halberd attack.
Hooray!
So, anyway, just a little FYI. Penton, it's your turn.
Okay. Well, first off, I'm going to crank up my light and to the point where it's going to hurt their eyes, their baleful blue eyes. And that will do a D4, assuming they're both within range of the light, which is like a 5-foot radius.
They absolutely are.
Okay.
You're all very, very close to each
So they each take 3 points of damage from that.
Okay.
Well, just out of surprise, I think I would not have a spell like ready off the top of my head since I was not thinking about it. So I will just make a quick swing to the closest one. Let's say the eye patch one with my staff.
Okay.
There we go.
Now, I do believe that your staff is considered magical. Is
That's
it not?
correct. Yeah.
Okay, that is important.
My godly aura makes a difference. It's an 18 to hit.
That will hit.
All right. And that will do 4 points of...
4 points of damage. So not devastating, but how you with the it's 7 points total as you actually see their eyes like burn and sizzle and sputter, and they recoil from your brilliant light. Dinwolf, you've never seen this before. Penton is glowing. And a good radiant light is coming from him, and it's actually burning the undead. As it comes to you, Dinwolf, what would you like to do? There is this one that's especially close to you that's been hit twice already that is threatening you with its teeth and with a harpoon.
Approximately how close are we?
I mean, he is in your face.
He is in my face, so my whip is not going to do anything at this point in time.
Well, you have a special skill that allows you to use your whip without disadvantage up close. That's actually specifically stated in your character sheet. So that's up to you.
All right, so let me go ahead and roll for that then. I'm going to use the whip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dad's gonna have to do a lot of editing on this one.
That's okay. And of course, you have your. So you actually have 3 attacks. So just
Whoa.
FYI.
Yowza.
And the bonus for each of those is listed at the top of your character sheet, under your hit points. And then you also add a +1 because of your whip.
Right. Okay. So I rolled a 3.
So the funny thing is, 3 plus your first attack will actually hit, because that's how high your bonus to attack is with your first attack.
Mm-hmm.
So you would roll 1d6 plus 1 plus damage bonus, which it actually doesn't say here, but that is a +3.
Thank you. All right. Now the 3.
A 3?
Yep.
Okay. So if you rolled did you roll a 3?
Yep.
Okay, so that's 3 plus 1 for the whip, and then +3 for your damage. So that's 7 points of damage. And then your next attack?
5. So that would be 10? Is that correct?
Okay, so you got a 15, which does not hit.
Okay.
And then you have one more attack.
This should just be the Denwolf podcast. If he's got a base attack bonus of 10 on his second attack, woo!
Well, he is high level. He's 48 years old.
That's a good
And I'm
point.
freaking tired, dude. Like, holy cow. 3. I rolled a 3.
Okay. So y'all see this. Dinwolf has kept most of this stuff in his pack, but in combat, you suddenly see out of nowhere this whip come out, and there's a crack as it catches the zombie across the face and just rips off part of its face, and then, like, very sure of himself, he comes back around, crack, and they both miss. And the last one kind of wraps up in the harpoon a little bit, and then, it almost pulls the whip from your hand, but it doesn't. And now it is the zombie's turn.
Yay.
Because you were the last one to attack it, Dinwolf, it is going to attack you. And it is not super happy with you, I must say. It is going to attack with its harpoon. And it gets a 16, which I believe hits with your armor class, right? Yes, so you have an AC of 15. We go with the defender wins, but that one actually will hit. Fortunately, it rolls low, but it does do... I want you to keep note. It does 4 points of damage to you.
Okay.
It actually rolled a 2. And then it is going to try to bite you. And it rolled a 15, so it hits again. What is it? Usually my rolls are terrible, so apparently my dice hate you.
Fantastic. That's awesome.
It rolled another 2, so that's another 4 points of damage. And now, with its offhand, it is going to try to claw you. As I said before, these are not normal zombies. However, it only rolls an 11, and its claw, again, rakes against your leather armor. But it has literally taken a chunk out of you and is chewing on it at the moment. The captain is turning to you, Marezi, and says, "Avast, you squab! Heave to! I'll send you down to the Kraken's locker." And it charges...
I only speak common! Come again?
It says, "Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I'm going to kill you now. Going to run you just quite through with this cutlass of mine."
Thanks, that's very helpful!
Yeah, it gets a 14, so that hits, right?
No.
The heavily armored barbarian. And it attacks again. This time, though, it rolled an 18, which is a 21, which does hit.
Oof.
Cutlass. Wow. So it actually does 14 points of damage. That was a maximum damage it could do.
I guess it doesn't cut less.
What's that?
I guess
fun.
it doesn't cut less.
Oh, gosh.
More.
Yes.
But, Tis...
Hello.
So it actually, you parry the first one, and then the second one actually sinks right into your side, going into one of the openings underneath your armor. And it does not feel great. Does not. And that will bring it back to you, Marezi.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try and attack this one.
Okay.
That's a 17,
That will hit.
and my first attack was a non-natural 20, and my second attack is a 14.
Okay. So the first one definitely hits, so roll for damage on that.
My dice keep going off the table. That's a 9.
9 points of damage. And with the 3, so it's already taken 12 points of damage as you swing back at this pirate captain zombie. By the way, I am joking, but it is speaking. These are not normal zombies. And that will bring it to you, Pinson.
All right. As they're not normal zombies, we're going to deal with them in the not normal zombie way. I'm going to unload a group of magic missiles into the one I had attacked before.
Okay, into Mr. Eye Patch.
Yes.
And as we know, you do not need to roll to hit with that, as these bolts leap out of your fingertips. What is the damage for that?
I will tell you in one moment.
This creature has various damage resistances. One of the ones listed that it does not get resist specifically is Magic Missile.
All right, and it's 10 points of damage.
Okay. 10 points slam into it. 42. You can tell magical creatures, and this thing is hanging together by a thread as it shudders and jitters, and little cracks appear in it as blue leaks out from within. But still...
it also is going to get that another radiant damage.
Oh yes, you do another 3.
Yeah, that is another 3 points. Yeah, I rolled another.
Pinton, I want you to describe to me what it looks like when you kill this creature, not by your amazing magic missiles flying from your fingertips, but by your glow. What does that look like?
Well, let's see. Well, as you were saying, he's starting to come apart because of the first hit. And I feel like the intensity of the light would just sort of concentrate on him and just finish the deed by just going in through every open wound and just kind of tearing him apart with light.
Very, very, very good. And he just kind of poof into a dust of dirty smoke. And Dinwolf, you get a lot of it in your face.
Yeah, well,
because you were right next to him.
Yeah, well,
and the other one does take another 3 points of damage,
right.
By the way, when that happens, and that will bring it to you, Dinwolf. There is now the pirate captain who has just stabbed your daughter with his broken cutlass.
There's a smoke. I can't see anything. What is going on here? Oh, we have another one. Okay, so let's use our whip again. What do you say?
Go for it.
Nah.
Nah.
I could use a long knife, but I don't think that would be as good.
Probably not.
All right, I have a 6. I rolled a 6.
That with your initial attack bonus, that will actually hit.
And what happens? Explain.
So you roll 1d6, and then add a total of 4. Your damage bonus and the whip bonus.
Yeah, so that's 10.
It's 10 points of damage. That's I
lied. 11.
11? Okay. So you all done 26 points of damage to this as you crack into it. You have 2 more attacks. The next one being a plus 10.
I'm going to be weapon again. I'm going to be whip again. 2.
That will not hit. And the last one?
Come on, baby.
Unfortunately, will not. Just as before, your first hit, you just nail it, and you grab part of the leg, and you yank, and the leg just cracks as you pull back, but it kind of throws your rhythm off, and the next 2 whips just don't quite connect. And that will bring it to the zombie and it is continuing its attack on you, Merezi. It is focused on you as it got a hit upon you. And it says,
That's very mean!
It cries out to you and says, "We will enslave you like we did the others. You will be ours." Unfortunately, it rolls a 19. What is your AC?
18.
Yes, unfortunately. This time it rolls much worse, though, so it does 4 points of damage.
And with my barbarian damage reduction, that's 3 points of damage.
Very good. I'm glad you remembered that you are just super tough. And its second attack, it rolls a 6. As it tries to slash into you. It was thrown off balance by this vigorous whipping, yoinking out from under it its leg as it was trying to stab you. And that will actually bring it back to you, Merezi, as it is just chattering and swinging away at you.
Screw you, dude!
Okay, first attack is a 16.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm dropping a lot of things today. My second attack is a 15.
So you said a 16 and a 15?
Yes, Merezi's not bringing her A game today.
Well, the first one does hit.
Oh, nice.
Not the second
Great.
one. So roll for damage.
I just rolled the percentage die. 50%.
Yes, you do 50% of damage.
Yes, 4 points of damage.
Perfect. My pen. So that's 30 points of damage you've done to Mr. Pirate Captain. And Penton, it is your turn.
All right. Well, let's get that radiant damage out of the way. And that's 4 points.
I already applied that.
Oh, okay. Well, all right then. Does he seem like he's hurting at this point?
He is pretty badly damaged, but he's not like the other one where he was hanging on by a thread, but he is pretty badly damaged.
Okay, well, I don't want to get in Merezi's way because she's swinging away. So I'm going to use another volley of magic missiles then.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good one. 14 points.
14 points to this. That's 44 points of damage. And its body just shudders and shakes. And you see that again, that kind of cracking and the blue beginning to leak out through. And Dinwolf, it is your turn.
Finish him.
Finish him.
I am just not doing well with my whip.
I mean, you are hitting. You're just not hitting every time.
I just hit that one time. And is that one time enough? Alright, let's do the whip because it's the way to go. Alright. Alright, hey, that happened last time. So I got 11?
Well, 11 plus 15 will definitely hit.
So I do another one here. It's a 6. And another 6.
Okay. Are you rolling to attack or are you rolling damage?
I'm rolling to attack.
Okay, yeah, because you do have 3 attacks. So
that's what I was supposed to do.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
That's fine. So the first 2 attacks hit because you got 16 on both of those.
Okay.
So roll 1d6 plus 4.
Which is what I just did. I'm sorry. It was 6. That was my third one that I just did.
Okay. So the third one doesn't hit.
Okay.
But your first 2 do. So first roll 1d6 plus and add plus 4.
9.
Okay. Dinwolf, please describe to me how you dispatch a zombie pirate captain with a whip.
It would shake, it would crumble, and I sit there and tears are actually falling down my face because I'm watching the most beautiful thing that I would like to take back to a lab with me fall into pieces at my feet. And a smoke. What?
It's true. You've never seen a zombie like this before, so it's fascinating. And I would actually like you right now to roll a spot check for me.
Okay.
Which I believe you have a plus 4.
I found it. Okay.
A 1? Okay, never mind. Yeah. You thought maybe there was something, but you're just so entranced with this disintegration,
Yes.
and so saddened by its loss.
I am saddened by its loss because I want to keep it, I want to take it, but it's disintegrating, it's turning into nothing, and there's a blue smoke that's like coming back up at me again and kind of, excuse me, making me cough a little bit, but yeah, it's getting a little hot. But I'm watching this, and my sorrows are dying with these amazing artifacts as they sink into the snow at my feet. And that's what I see.
And Penton or Berezi, do you have anything to comment as you watch Dinwolf like grasp at the exploding dust?
Isn't it exhilarating? It's awesome to destroy these disgusting monsters!
No!
Good job, Deadwolf!
She slaps him on the back.
Is he trying to grab dust? I'm so confused. I mean, maybe it could be a spell component. I don't know.
It's true, and if you use spell components, you might be interested in that. But yeah, you are mystified by his interest. So, Penton, could you make a spot check for me?
Yeah, my strong suit, spot checks.
Yes, indeed.
16.
16. That's pretty good. So, what it is, it's a combination of you and Aphil, who's flying ahead. Aphil says, "Hey, Penton, what is that over there?" And you turn just past the clearing, and y'all have been distracted by these, little items. You see the beginning of the Frostspear Mountains, and we're going to say for dramatic effect that thunder, strikes at that moment, and you see a cave entrance, and it is in the shape of the mouth of a dragon. And that's where we'll end Chafing Armor episode 104. Thank you so much for playing.
Thank
Had
you,
a
sir.
lovely time.
Fantastic.
And thanks to our guest.
Thank you.
Yes, very much thanks to our guest. Oh, and make sure and check out on the show notes for today. Izzy has drawn a quick sketch of Dinwolf in despair over the disintegrating zombie. It is a beautiful thing. I love it. But
I like the hat.
Rebecca, we appreciate you lending your archaeological skills to our game today.
It was my pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
And
Thank you very much, Rebecca.
Thank you.
And I believe we're going to get to have you back on the next one as well.
All right, fantastic. I look
Wonderful.
forward to it.
Everybody, feel free to check out Chafing Armor at chafingarmor.com, on our YouTubes, or wherever you get your podcasts. And until then, we will roll with you soon. Please enjoy this middle audio excerpt where Rebecca and my daughter make fun of me, and James makes a very inappropriate pun.
Slurping noises, slurping noises.
That's what their people come for.
Sounds of me trying to discreetly eat food or drink water on mic. Yes.
Y'all do a good job of not doing a bad job with that.
What's that?
I've done it maybe once.
Well, you know, good job with that.
I like your choice of accent, Rebecca, for Denwolf. Oh, I swallowed air. Sorry. I was gonna say, it's gonna be fun after you depart from our presence, hearing Dad slowly forget what the accent was and try to reproduce it.
Oh my god! I hope I remember to keep this part in for extras. Oh, because it's so true.
What's that?
Say it again, Izzy. I don't think she was there.
Yeah, Rebecca, it's really fun to have you here. I like your choice of accent for Denwolf. It's pretty cool, and I'm excited once you leave our presence is listening to Dad slowly forget what the accent was and try to recreate
Well,
it.
first off, who says I'm going to leave your presence?
New permanent
I
member.
may be here forever. And also, I'll tell you what it is, and I go back and forth between it. It's a cross between Inigo Montoya's and I can never remember the name of it. Peter, that guy.
I
The
don't.
vampire, the shadow.
From what we do in the shadows.
From what we do in the shadows. Yes, yes.
This is a really scary time for me.
Yes. So it was supposed to be Inigo Montoya, but I kept going into, Peter, wake up, Peter. And so...
Well, it's
Denwolf doesn't have the swagger to be Inigo Montoya. He's an Inigo Montoya wannabe.
No, yeah, that's what, he's, like, supposed to be this sort of... And my husband looked at me, and he's like, you realize you're playing yourself. And I'm like, thanks, hon.
Well, and that is what I...
Yeah, all right.
That is what I recruited you
all right,
for.
Thank you, Michael. Okay, shut up.
I recorded you to play yourself.
You also walked out on a. I mean, it's very interesting that after Denwolf left my brain and went into Dad's brain, that you've definitely made him a much better person than I ever imagined him to be.
Well, that's how rewrites often happen,
Mm-hmm.
I did want to keep in with him leaving because that was what you had originally said.
No, that he was more saving himself than being like, okay, I've banged a bunch of orcs, time to go.
Yes.
I'd be pissed. I'm just
Would
saying.
that be an orc-G?
I'm gonna...
What's that?
Would that be an orc-G?
Oh!
Boom!
Hello.
That was
I'm
good.
making myself a note. Keep middle audio.